Hey boys, here we go. Best out of 17. And Frank didn't deploy.
Player defeated.
Okay, off to a good start. Alright, so here we go. Game number 2, I think, of the Armageddon series between Frank and Gaoke. Gaoke spawns yellow bottom right, and we have Frank top left, a red player with USA. Both players getting their tech. Oh, Gaoke is sending his engineer somewhere else. Now he's going for the airport. Two rhinos out for Gaoke. Going straight for those gems down in next to the airport. Five rhinos to 6 grizzlies. Yeah, we're going for the airport, he's gonna get it easy. But Frank only with one para left. No double para for Frank. Grizzlies against 10 Rhinos. Well, 11 Grizzlies. Frank going in. The dogs are being used pretty well as fodder, but now they're even. Very nice use of the fodder by Frank there. Gets one miner, and Gaoke is gonna get 3 hits on those Grizzlies. Frank calls GG, and Gaoke squares up the score. It's 1-1. Let's see, so the next map will be Malibu Cliffs. Okay, let's see. Can you hear me, Snark? Oh shit, hold on. Yo, Snark, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Hold on. I'll share the screen with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's get this party started. So the score is 1-1. And the next map is Malibu Cliffs. Let's go. Let's go. We have had. We are here finally at last. And Marco, this is just for you, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, let's go.
Yeah. Marco loves it when I say that. Let's do this. So Frank gets the bottom left position, Gaoke gets the top right position. Now, people have been saying this for quite a while, that the top right position is better than the bottom left position. And we're going to see if that makes a difference here. I'm getting a lot of background noise from you, Doofus, in my headset. Yeah. There we go. That's better. That is much better.
It is. I have my fan on. One moment.
Okay. So, I'm expecting to see an insta move out of Gaoke right after the War Factory. We're going to see if that happens. And Frank, maybe after AFC, maybe after War Factory. What do you think?
Yep, Frank goes for it, and Gaoke stays.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so Frank goes insta move after War Factory. Gaoke's going to teach us the real way to play this map, because apparently we don't know anything. So Gaoke not moving. I guess he's making another refinery. Okay, interesting. Definitely, a very short move. You can get the gems very quickly. Gets a second refinery up.
Still not moving.
And still not moving.
And we know that Frank favors the top right position over the bottom left one.
Well, yeah, we know Frank thinks that, yeah, top right position is better. Um, so Gaoke not moving again, an interesting choice. Frank already gets a second refinery there, so Frank already has 4 miners on gems, juicy gems. You know, Gaoke might have the same miner count, but no, actually, Gaoke has 6 miners, so I take that back. So Gaoke ahead on miners here. But still hasn't expanded. And even after he places that ref on the left, he still hasn't expanded. Is he trolling Frank? Is he like, I don't even need to beat you? What? Or is this his new strategy? Like, what is going on? I mean, it has been widely accepted that this is what you do. Frank moved his MCV to where? Because I missed it.
Oh,
Whoa. Okay, so
aggressive move.
Frank.
An aggressive move by Frank. Yep.
Moving his MCV right into Gaoke's face and say, fine, you don't want to take these gems. I'll take these gems. I got no problem with that. And Gaoke might regret.
Yep.
Yeah, Gaoke might regret not moving. He might regret it big time. And now he's moving right into Frank's face here. This is going to be interesting. Gaoke has 3 more factories. Going to push in here. What on earth are we seeing? All right, gotta deploy his MCV. There we go, right in front of Frank's face. We're gonna start seeing pillboxes. We're gonna start seeing sentry guns. Let's see who can come out on top from this situation.
Paradrop coming in from Frank.
So Paradrop comes into support here. I don't see how Gaoke's gonna push this. Gaoke's on 3 war factories. Frank is on what, 1 war factory?
Frank is on 1.
So Frank on 1 war factory, but the prism comes up. How does Gaoke push this? I do not know. Gaoke not moving. I think that's a huge mistake, and I think he's paying for it right now. Can he push his prisms? He clicks on the prism, and wow, the Grizzlies were out of position, and he has to micro the miner away. Another prism comes out. Gaoke clicks that prism as well. Frank trying to push him with the Grizzlies here. Gaoke backs off a little bit, and I don't know, man. Can he get anything done here? So Frank still sitting in front of his face here in his base. Gets a pillbox. The Rocketeers come in, doing a lot of chip damage. The Flak Track's a little bit out of position. And now Frank pushing in with the Grizzlies. Gaoke looks like he's coming out with less tanks than Frank. Another War Factory inside Frank's face. Right there, right in front of his face. And wow, how long can these players sustain this? This is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this on Malibu Cliff. So that prism is about to go down to the sentry gun, which is interesting. And these GIs doing work. Frank looking like he's in a strong position here, but with 4 war factories for Gaoke. Gaoke slowly outproducing Frank. Frank moves his MCV. He's gonna retreat. He's low power. He's gonna move his MCV back. He's gonna retreat. He loses that position, and I honestly thought Frank could hold that position, but it looks like he can't. What is going on here? So Frank gonna move his MCV to the bottom right here, and does Gaoke push here? What does he do? Gaoke wins that, but Frank did get all of his gems before he got out of there, and he didn't lose his MCV. So I would say that wasn't necessarily a bad move for Frank. On the other hand, Gaoke on 4 war factories, looking scary, moving his MCV again. I guess he's just gonna expand to that next ore patch right over there. That was a very interesting beginning to a game on Malibu Cliffs. I don't think I've seen this before over here. And Frank taking the cliff, Gaoke backs off here. And yeah, Gaoke's army looking scarier by the minute. Gaoke's following a trend here in these games. He's waiting, building up until he feels that he has the, you know, unstoppable Soviet force, and then he just goes in. So we're seeing some fantastic tank control to Gaoke here, backing off, not letting that dog fodder do its work. Gaoke gets another refinery on that new ore patch over there. Frank on the bottom right also already has a refinery there, getting those gems. So Frank's eco is fine. We want to see more war factories out of Frank or something, because I can't see the money quite clearly. Doofus, how much money does Frank have here?
Frank has $1,000.
10,000 or 1,000?
No, no,
Oh, okay,
1,000.
okay. Yeah, so he's not that rich, but Gaoke, you know, on 4 war factories, definitely outproducing Frank. And as time goes on here, we see Gaoke's army getting bigger and bigger compared to Frank's army. And Frank going up there, what is he doing? He's completely out of position, but Gaoke doesn't capitalize. He doesn't take advantage of that. And Gaoke moving his MCV, where's he moving it? Is he moving it all the way to the top left? That would definitely be an interesting move here. And Gaoke just zoning Frank out completely, taking the bridge. I love it. Frank trying to get his grizzlies around to the flak tracks, but Gaoke comes out on top, way on top. He does lose his flak tracks, but Gaoke comes away with 25 rhinos. Frank comes away with 3 rhinos. So Gaoke gonna go down to Frank's expansion on the bottom right, and also to Frank's main base at the same time. Gonna eliminate these 2 at the same time. Not sure where Gaoke's MCV went. I think it's in the top left somewhere. Yeah, it's on the top left there. But in the meantime, Gaoke is just stomping Frank. He waited until he had that critical mass of rhinos, and Frank calls GG. Wow. That was an unorthodox game, to say the least. Is Gaoke trying to throw Frank off here? Is he playing the psychological games? Is he playing the mental games? I do not know. But Gaoke not moving, and Frank moving right into Gaoke's face. And then Gaoke moving into Frank's face, and then Gaoke coming out on top. I've never seen a game like that in Malibu. That was certainly interesting.
It was.
Not sure what to say about that. What do we think about that game, chat? Marco, what on earth was that game?
I also think Gaoke got way ahead with those war factories. Frank moved a lot, got his gems, but he wasn't producing as much though. He couldn't keep up.
Yeah. I mean, it's all very nice that you keep moving your MCV, but your opponent made war factories, so at a certain point there was 4 war factories to 1. And an RA2 allied, you do not want to be in that position. You're not teched up, you're not camped up. Not a good position to be in. So, yeah, so Max saying that, you know, Frank didn't need to move his MCV into that position. Don't forget to share your screen, Doofus.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah. So, Rise, both players going allied here, of course. You know, you can't really not go allied here. Here we go. I'm getting the stream up. Okay. So here we go.
Frank, bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Gaoke top left. And right off the bat, Gaoke is placing all of his building in mid.
Nice. Okay, so Gaoke gonna go with a very aggressive strat here. Now we saw Born to Die versus Ed here yesterday. Now Born to Die strat was AFC, Naval Yard, Naval Yard or Refinery, Naval Yard or Refinery, Naval Yard or Refinery. So at the end of the day, he was only eating gems the entire game, and he had 4 Naval Yards, and he never went broke, never made a war factory. I loved Born to Die's build yesterday. We're gonna see if anybody does it here. So Gaoke going for the center first. He's like, I'm gonna be aggressive, so I know I can go to the center. And look at that Naval Yard placement.
Yep.
Now that is an aggressive Naval Yard placement. Frank going for the AFC first. He's gonna scout out the map here with a Rocketeer and then Naval Yard. This is gonna be interesting. What are we seeing here? New metas, new gameplays, new styles. Who has the right way to play this game? I don't even know anymore. Things I have seen lately have shattered the meta, in my opinion. I don't even know what the right builds are. So Gaoke gets a AFC up as well. And here come the Destroyers targeting Frank's oil in the center. Already trying to deny him that expansion. Gaoke wants to control the center. He wants map control. Frank getting a lot of Rocketeers out, heading to the bottom left. I think he's going to try and snipe that oil there. Yeah. But now Frank knows that he built the Patriot there. He doesn't have a Patriot elsewhere. Well, he does have a Patriot next to his AFC there. What is Gaoke's plan here? Going for Frank's or Refinery in the top there. Wants to deny him from getting these gems in the center. And Gaoke gets another Patriot in right there. in a forward position and Aegis out as well. Frank also attacking Gaoke's ore refinery in the center here. Doofus, who's winning this? Who's in a better position now?
I don't know.
I
think
really
Frank,
don't know.
I think Frank is ahead.
Well, Frank's Navy is starting to look scary. He's going to get that oil. Gaoke got his oil at the top. So both players are getting denied center at the moment. Paradrop in Gaoke's base. How does he respond to that? We're about to find out. What does he do? Is he going for the oil? He moves his MCV, which is an interesting choice. Those guys weren't heading for the MCV, heading for the refinery. And it looks like Frank's... Oh, they were all on the line. Gaoke
wow.
crushing of infantry. Wow. And
A new
Frank
follower.
going with a Born to Die build here. Already on 3 naval yards. His navy is huge compared to Gaoke. Gaoke doesn't even have a naval yard at the moment. What does Gaoke do in response? I do not know what he possibly can do, because Frank is on quite a few naval yards. He is going with Born to Die's build, and it's looking scary. It is looking strong. And look at Frank walling off his own on the top right to deny that paradrop from doing any damage to it. I love it. Gaoke's Rocketeers trying to harass here, but Frank's Rocketeers gonna respond in his base. So Frank's Navy looking scary here. Gaoke's Navy looking weak, and it's looking really, really good for Frank.
Frank cannot lose this.
Player defeated.
Yeah,
And Gaoke just quits. So that evens up the score. It is now 2-2 for these two legends. And ooh, what is the next map, Doofus? Let us know.
let's go see. Snark, you have to remind me what the first map was.
The first map was played on Yin Yang.
Okay, Yin Yang, and we had Yellowstone, right? So if those come up, we have to just skip.
Correct. Correct.
Yellowstone. Okay, the
we
next
get
map
North
will be
Waves.
North Waves.
Definitely gonna be interesting to see what these players do on this map. Let's get this going. Wow. So what is the right build on that map, people? Huh? On Ryza. Who could tell me the perfect build on Ryza? Is it the way Frank just did it? The way Born to Die did it yesterday? AFC first, scout out the map, try to harass with Rocketeers, and then just keep going naval yards and refineries until you overwhelm Navy? Or is there some other secret build we don't know about that's the way to do it? Either way, game on North.
Number 5 on North.
Let's call it the positions. What have we got?
So we have Frank bottom left as America, and we have Gaoke top
A new
right
follower.
as Iraq.
Indeed, indeed. And what do you think of this map, man? You start with so little ore in your home base, you've got to expand. What's your opinion on this map? Yeah, what do you think of it?
I think right after War Factory you have to move to the mid, or well, mid. I don't know if these gems are worth it though.
Yeah, so what I've seen a lot of players do is move mid, but in a position where they can build down to the ore patch. I think
right.
I think that's a
good
pretty
idea.
decent move there, but you know, other players believe in not moving mid, too exposed, too dangerous. And Frank, as the allied player, you know, needs to think about it. Oh, we got Railgun, Shen 6, I believe, in the chat here. Good to have you, mate. Good to have you.
Good
Shen 6
evening,
just a
y'all.
beast in this tournament. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on him. And yeah, so no move after War from Gaoke, because the gems and the ore patch on this starting position are in two opposite directions. So you definitely want to get first a good ore refinery on that ore patch there. And Gaoke going drone first to clean up these dogs. Just annoy Frank, stop him from scouting the way he wants to scout.
So preventing Frank from an early MCV move, maybe. Gaoke moves.
Yeah, Gaoke moves, and he doesn't move center. He moves to the right ore patch, which is the closest move. And Frank does not move yet.
First Rocky out for Frank.
Why doesn't Frank use his career? Because it's OP. I'm not sure that's the reason, Legend. I'm not sure that's the reason. But yeah. So Frank on 4 miners in his base here. Rocketeer chasing down that drone. And a pillbox is up in Frank's base. That drone was definitely worth it, and it even gets a grizzly. That just sucks. Gaoke, in the meantime, on 6 miners already. 6 miners to Frank's 4 miners. And Frank only expanding now. I don't know about Frank's position here, Doofus. Sorry, 5 miners. Frank does have 5
at the moment.
I'm not sure about Frank's position here. I mean, yeah, he has more grizzlies, but who cares? Grizzlies versus rhinos with dogs, with fodder, with defenders advantage here.
At the moment,
I don't know,
he
man.
does have more units, but there's the second war from Gaoke before he moves again.
And Gaoke moves again, yeah. The second war move, 6 miners, gonna get more ore. Gaoke just being methodical, doing the steps, doing everything that needs to be done, and looking powerful. That being said, the score is even. Let's not forget that. Frank's power drop getting picked off from the cliff here. Frank moving into position to threaten Gaoke's tanks here. But Gaoke has more than enough to take him, and he goes in. Frank backs off here and builds a refinery and moves his MCV again as Gaoke chases him towards his base. What does Frank do here? Does he turn back to engage? Rocketeers harassing as we speak. And alright, so Gaoke does not push this. And the Rocketeers doing some nice chip damage here. Back off as soon as the flag track come near. Frank has not deployed his MCV yet. I think he's forgotten about it. There we go. Now he deploys it. And
rhinos.
What are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking? Lots of rhinos there versus the plastics. It's going to come down to some crazy TC if they do engage here. But Gaoke heading down to Frank's miners here. Frank needs to back them off, and that's exactly what he does. But Gaoke turns around and decides not to attack his miners. So Gaoke playing some mind games here, forcing Frank to react, move his miners around, split them up, forcing him to just, be under pressure with just small, slight movements. And Gaoke expanding again. How many war factories does Gaoke have, and how many miners, Doofus?
3 war factories on 7 miners.
And now he's getting the center here. So Frank's still on 1 war factory, guys. And now Gaoke splits to the bottom war patch there.
Oh,
gonna get a miner.
saves it.
Oh, ho, ho,
Frank
ho.
saves it.
Split second last save, but he does get the refinery. It goes down, so Frank no longer has that expansion. He could not defend it, and Gaoke's army looking massive. It is looking scary. Those are rhinos, let's not forget. They are not grizzly. So Gaoke pushing in here, destroying Frank's expansion here, while he has expanded to both sides and to the center. Now Frank expanded to the top left, but we have a huge engagement here. Frank goes in, but what is he doing? Gaoke is just sitting there, not even moving, and he is winning this tank engagement big time. Gaoke comes out on top, no questions asked. Again, another engagement. We see Frank and Gaoke engaging. Gaoke coming out with 20 tanks on top, and Frank just quits. So the score now is 3-2 for the one and only invincible Gaoke.
That last engage was unreal. He just sat there and just just beat him.
Yeah, so it's actually something I've noticed in Woody's tank control. He has this sit still, move tanks a little bit, sit still method, where I saw him in the series versus Legend, where they looked pretty even, and Woody just won those engagements easy. There is something about Woody's tank control that I still haven't put my finger on that is very interesting. He does a lot of sitting still and less with all the moving around like all the other players that I've seen play do. Here we go. The 6th map is Coldest Peak.
Snark, what do you think about the strat that Frank is going with? The entire game on 1 war factory.
Well, he has to expand because he doesn't have eco, doesn't have time to build war factories. He's trying to make Rocketeers, which means he can't afford to make more war factories. And I don't know, man. I definitely would have liked to see him get more than 1 war factory versus Gaoke's 4. I think that would be nice. So call out the positions, Doofus. What have we got here?
Gaoke spawns on the left on Coldest Peak, and Frank is on the right. Frank sticking to the US of A, and Gaoke sticking to Iraq.
Yeah, so still America versus Iraq here. Coldest Peak. Now, this is a map where Frank's aggressive, movements and tank controls and splits might actually make a difference here. We started on Yin Yang on the first game, and we're going to see what he can do on Coldest Peak. I think this is a map that is pretty good for Frank here. Let's find out. So, Legends claiming that Woody told him the secret of tank control. That's why he can beat anyone now.
Haha, nice.
Legend, don't make me and Doofus sponsor a series to put you in your place, bro.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
All right, so
Yo,
what have we
John,
got so far? This
thanks
is
for the
very
subscription,
exciting.
bro.
We already have 2 miners each. I was not expecting this early. Well, actually, we don't. Gaoke only has 2 miners. He is went one rhino before he went a second miner here. Let's see what that rhino can do. Trying to catch Frank off balance here. Just one rhino to put the pressure on early. And he backs off. So Frank now switching into Grizzlies, but he switched into Grizzlies earlier than he wanted to, probably, because Gaoke behind this went 2 miners. So 1 rhino, then 2 miners. So Gaoke now on 4 miners, Frank only on 3. But Frank is pushing here. So let's see if Gaoke can defend this push.
Going straight for the expansion.
Yeah, so Frank gonna go around this cliff, try to play tag with Gaoke, and just force him until Gaoke makes one mistake, reacts a little bit too slow, but Frank goes in. Sentry gun comes up. Frank is targeting those rhinos, but he needs to back off here. And Gaoke gets a 5th mine out on those juicy gems up there. In the meantime, so Frank has a few Grizzlies here, not enough to push. Gaoke definitely has more than enough to defend, and I think Gaoke's up a miner, right?
Gaoke is on 4 miners at the moment, and Frank
Gaoke's-
is on 5.
Gaoke's on
Oh.
5, I believe.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
5.
yeah, Gaoke's on 5. Frank also caught up on miners, which is very nice. So they are even on miners, and Frank has map control here. Now, are we going to see the same strat, Doofus, where Gaoke just chills until he has such a huge army of rhinos that it doesn't matter?
I think he's gonna go for the mass war factory strat again. That has been working for him the last few games.
It has, and Frank needs to start doing something different, right? Because what he's been doing so far has not been working. So I like it. He needs to use this paradrop to zone out Gaoke, but Gaoke deciding to go for Frank's base instead. So we are having a bit of a base trade situation here. We're gonna try and keep track of what's going on here. Frank going for that miner on the gems in the
That's
top
one miner.
left. Is gonna get it, and Gaoke is spamming drones. Pillbox comes up in Frank's face to try and defend, and in the meantime, drones get another miner here. The AFC's about to go down for Frank. In the meantime, Frank on the left-hand side here trying to push. Does get 2 miners, but what else does he get? Does he retreat here, or does he try to push in? These drones are gonna
2
be a
drones go
pain in the neck for Frank. And Gaoke just stomping through Frank's base here, going for the MCV. If he gets it, it's not gonna be good. So Frank needs to try and capitalize on his advantage at this point. It's coming down to tank control here. Rocketeer's moving into position to try and help. Frank looks like he might have enough Grizzlies here to hold this off, but with that tank control, ooh, and we're getting some nasty lag. But Gaoke comes out on top, just destroying Frank's Grizzlies here. And he's gonna go for the MCV. Looks like he's also gonna get the MCV. Unfortunate for Frank. Loses the MCV here. And GG, I guess. Is that what he wrote? So Gaoke again.
Yeah, getting some lag again, boys.
Player defeated.
Yeah, that was some untimely lag, some nasty lag. That was definitely badly timed. Oof.
Came really at the worst possible moment in the game.
Yeah, you definitely don't want the lag in the fights. Doofus, can we run a few more lag tests? I know we've been through hundreds of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Can a few more lag tests. Try to find a better tunnel, and see if we could somehow work this out. This is unfortunate.
I don't know. Let's just get it over with, Frank says.
The score is 4-2 for Gaoke.
Next map will be Country Swing.
One second, Doofus, I'll be right back.
So we're in game number 7. Gaoke spawns at the top, and we have Frank at the bottom. Frank switching to France in this game, and immediately we have lag.
That's unfortunate there, that lag right at the start. So, Country Swing, France. What do you think of that decision? Is this the map to go France? Yes, Frank needs to try something else since what he has been doing so far has not been working.
Why go France? I would expect him to go Korea rather than France. Or is he gonna base crawl towards Gaoke's base? I would love to watch that though.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Again, France on this map, you really gotta balance your eco wisely. We're gonna see exactly how Frank approaches it. And Gaoke with an interesting build here. You'll notice he made his power plant and his barracks to the right. And then he made his refinery towards the gold there in the center. And Frank immediately moving after his second refinery. And again, I think that moving on Country Swing, not a bad idea. Even if you can stretch, just because you're anyway going to go broke. There is no way you don't go broke at the beginning on this map. So either way you go broke, so you might as well move your MCV at that time, since you don't have money to be building something else. Anyway, Trump on 5 miners here, and Gaoke on 6. So Gaoke a little ahead on miners here. Just a teensy-weensy bit, and Frank switching into Grizzlies here. Interesting preemptive pillbox that Frank built there. Frank is a very active player, and Gaoke has been able to counter that active player, his active player strategy. Oh, what are we seeing here? Where is Frank going? Doofus, what is going on here, bro?
He doesn't have an AFC out yet, so...
Doesn't even have an AFC out, but he moves to the center here. What are we seeing? Frank with a very interesting move here to the center. I'm expecting AFC right after this power plant, and then a cannon. I don't know, Doofus. I'm not sure I like it, if I'm being honest, but we are about to find out. Clearly,
Second
Frank is...
out. Forward AFC.
So the FC does come out, and the cannon is now being built. Barracks comes out. Rocketeer comes out of the barracks right away. And Frank with a very aggressive build here on Country Swing. He knows that Gaoke likes to camp, well, until he gets an overwhelming army. So he knows that he could get away with this. And here we go. He is pushing in here. But he keeping that cannon ready for the opportune moment. Here we go. Cannon comes out. And let's see how long Frank can sustain this. Does he keep base walking? What does he do? Another power plant comes out. So this is what you wanted to see, right?
This is what I wanted to see.
This is what Doofus wanted to see. Guys, this is a new build on Country Swing. We have seen so many unconventional moves and builds in this tournament. Can Gaoke handle this? Can Gaoke handle this? Frank stop. Oh, and the cannon comes out. Gaoke goes right into it, right into Frank's tanks. And Frank's tank control is pretty darn good here. It looks like he's going to come out on top. Frank wins that engagement. Very nice.
Yep.
And the cannon stays alive, and Gaoke just quit.
He took it.
Wow. What? Doofus, what on earth did we just see?
I don't know, bro. I got excited when I saw that French walk.
What the fuck was that? Frank with a new build beating Gaoke with a cheese cannon MCV move build. I'm loving it. Frank brings the score back to 4-3. This is brilliant. Wow. Okay, so what is the next map, Doofus? Let us know.
I don't know. Frank is saying it's unplayable. So I'm not sure what we can do at this moment. I already suggested to change the tunnel.
All right, so
now he suggested. Okay, so let's try another one.
Try a few more lag tests, I guess.
Yeah, let's go Shanghai. I know that one worked pretty well.
Shanghai, all the FCs, the Hong Kong one, the Asia one. Try everything again. Maybe different time of day, maybe a little bit better. I don't know. See if anything is better. Okay, so we are going to run another lag test here. But guys, what a game we just saw. That was just very, very nice there.
That was really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, now Frank doesn't load.
So Frank not loading on Shanghai tunnel here.
It's really unfortunate that the FC tunnels didn't help out this game, though. I would have hoped that it would.
Yep. Doofus, I'll be back in a second.
Let's see. I'm not loading at all.
Victorious.
Ooh, just lost. Just lost Gaoke.
A new follower.
So, yeah, so Gaoke just disconnected. I'm sure he'll be back in a moment. Don't worry, guys. And, what up, Path? How's it going? What's Frank's ping on this one, Doofus?
300.
300, that is not good. That is not good at all. This is unfortunate, but guys, this is the price we have to pay to get these incredible series in this amazing tournament. In my opinion, definitely worth it. The series we have seen, and this is the Armageddon World Championship. We're gonna see. We are gonna see.
Gaoke is back.
Nice.
Okay.
So we got Gaoke back. This is great. And hopefully we will find a tunnel that works well for all. Let's hold on a second. I'm sure we will.
No, Beijing tunnel doesn't work. Doesn't look good, boys.
Thanks, Ed. I appreciate the compliment. I definitely don't agree with that. Matt is an amazing commentator. Frank is an amazing commentator. We got many, many more incredible commentators in the community. And yeah, that I will agree with. Doofus has a very, very pro stream right here with all of his interfaces and stuff. Really, really nice stream.
Thanks a lot, boys.
Thank you, Revo.
Now if we can just get this lag under control, it will be perfect.
That would be nice. Is Gaoke gone again?
He just returned. This looks pretty good. I don't want to jinx it. Okay, this is playable.
It is playable, you're saying?
Yep. Friend just said it's playable.
Okay.
There is a
Okay,
god.
that is-
Let's go, boys.
Player, battle control terminated.
Go.
Alright, boys, so we're back. And let's see. Just get this up and running.
Let's get this party rolling again. The score's 4-3 for Gaoke. But Frank just proved that he's got a few surprises waiting for these players. He can pull out some McDingle danglers, as he would call them.
Why isn't it working? Is it working now? Oh,
What are we talking about?
my OBS just is not working correctly.
All right.
Let me see. Okay, now it's working again. Okay, so the next map should be Yin Yang, but we already have it. That was the first map, so that will be Divide Freezes Over.
Paf, again, we're gonna trust the players. We're not gonna worry about that. He might have the stream up to see what's going on. It might be someone else using his account. I don't think it's necessary to tell him. Anyway,
Right,
So-
ready?
you said Divide Freeze is over or Divide and Conquer?
Oh shit. Is it? Oh my god, I put the wrong map.
That is unfortunate, but I'm gonna make a ruling here, being one of the admins of this tournament. If you already started, let them play it out.
Oh,
Put
okay.
Divide Freeze is over
Oh,
next.
I put already wrong map.
Oh, okay. No, if you wrote it, that's fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
Ray.
If you put it down, that's fine.
Battle
Let's
control terminated.
Good thing you said it. Divide freezes over.
All good. All good. So, Divide Freeze is over. I'm sure Frank is happy about that switch. You do not want to be facing Soviet on Divide and Conquer. Very, very hard map to face Soviet there. But Frank gonna switch to Allied here. Gonna switch to America. God damn it, Doofus. You got one job.
Is it one job? I'm multitasking like crazy, bro. Okay,
Yeah,
Building
yeah.
captured.
got the stream open for you. Pre-captured oils as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Frank spawning at top right and Gaoke spawning at bottom left.
So here we go.
Best
Game
of 17.
game number 8 here. We're gonna see if Frank can even it out, because right now he is a little bit behind here, and we already see Gaoke going with conscripts towards the top left. What is that? What is that move, Doofus? So quite a big group of conscripts coming out there. Frank deciding to make his first refinery nearby, and Gaoke making his first refinery on the gold.
Yeah, not going for the gems.
What is up with Gaoke today? It's as if he came half asleep, not half, only half trying, and yet he's still winning. So not sure what to say about that, but I really don't know about that refinery placement. This is very, very strange. Anyway, so these conscripts heading up to the top left, they're going to try and snipe Frank's expansion. They're going to get the oil. And what is Frank's plan? Does Frank see this? Did he scout that area? I do not know. Does he have a pillbox ready? Will a pillbox even help here? Gaoke now on 3 miners after making a second refinery on the gems, which is nice. And he's starting to make rhinos. Conscripts coming out. Pillbox a little late here, and Frank places a refinery right on top of those conscripts. That's a terrible idea. That oil is going to go down. Frank is going to try to crush them with a miner, but he's not microing like he's supposed to be. That oil is about to go down. Can Gaoke get it? Can Frank save it? It's about to go down. It's got 1 tick left, and it... Does it? Does he save it? Oh my god, 1 tick!
Oh, wow.
Frank saves the oil somehow. I do not know how, but he saves it somehow. In the meantime, what's happening on the other side of the map? We completely missed this. Here are grizzlies, there are rocketeers, there are rhinos. Frank with some serious early pressure. Terrible rocketeer control. Those rocketeers are just falling like flies. In come the grizzlies. How does Gaoke respond? There are many grizzlies here. It's going to come down to tank control. Nice. So Gaoke places a sentry gun, gets his rhinos grouped up. That's what he needed. He can hold this. In the bottom right, we got another war factory for Gaoke and another refinery there. So Gaoke might have started with a wonky refinery, but he's got all the refineries he needs now. That parrot drop completely thrown away. Frank was planning on having it coordinated with his grizzlies, but he got chased out of that area before he had a chance. And Frank just streaming down to the bottom right of this map. We're going to see what he can get done here. Gaoke just positioning again. Frank seems to be like moving all over the place. Gaoke just chilling in one spot and managing to defend so far. Those conscript rush did not pay off in the beginning of this match. So, Gaoke going to the center here with the rhinos chasing Frank around, just keeping him zoned out of position. We're going to see if we're going to get any sneaky splits out of Frank soon, or is this going to go straight on engagement here? Does Frank really want to take this engagement? I do not know. Gaoke has more fodder and enough rhinos to hold if he has good tank control. And we know Gaoke has good tank control. Gaoke already on 3 war factories and more refineries. So Gaoke looking in a strong position. Frank, how many war factories does Frank have? Is he still on 1?
He's still on 1 war factory.
Frank still with a 1 war factory build. I do not know what to say about that. We have seen this pattern over and over and over again where Gaoke just holds until he has so many war factories and so many rhinos that he just steamrolls Frank. Ignores him completely, goes in and destroys him. So we're going to see what Frank's plan here. Is it anything different? Does he have a plan? What's the strat? Let's go. So Frank still on the 1 war factory. What is Frank building right now? A second war factory.
There it is.
At long last. I'm going to guess Gaoke's already on 4, right? Am I right?
Yes, he is on
Gaoke
4.
Yes, Gaoke already on 4 war factories, and he's going to be out producing Frank big time. Frank does not have what he needs to hold this attack. Again, Gaoke's Rhino is going to come streaming in at a much higher rate.
Who's going in for the miners?
And going in,
one. Yep.
Gets a miner. It's going to come down to tank control. Frank rushing in here did get a good start on that fight there. Looks like he might come out on top here. Gaoke getting stuck there next to the cliff at the top, but Gaoke bringing in. Who comes out on top? Doofus, and it looks like Gaoke wins this. But the Rocketeers going into position. Frank chasing off those flag tracks. Still, Gaoke looks like he comes out on top of this engagement, going into Frank's pace. More Rhinos coming in at a very fast rate. I don't see how Frank can win this. We've seen this pattern over and over again.
Goes down in the elite.
Frank loses the MCV. Gaoke gets the elite, like you said, Doofus. And, but Doofus throwing away the...
Yep.
Not sure what that tank control was about. And Frank's still alive, but again, with Gaoke having so many miners and so many war factories, what can Frank really do? And
Franklin's up
yeah,
there, Grizzly in his base, but these are gonna get the oil derrick as well.
Yeah, so Gaoke cleans up top left and has more than enough to defend Frank's attack here on the right.
So what did Gaoke get? He gets 2 miners from Frank, he gets the MCV from Frank, and Frank says GG.
So Frank says GG, which brings the score to 5-3 for Gaoke. And yeah, Syndrome has a good point. Your stream title is Let's Play Some For Fun Games. But yeah, no, Syndrome, this is Armageddon World Championship Tournament here. We've got Frank versus Gaoke, and Gaoke is with a 2 points lead here. So Frank needs to switch something up because Gaoke, again, this pattern keeps following itself in all of these games, right? What happens is Gaoke just chills, defends, easy for a Soviet to do. He knows how to defend, he knows how to watch his opponent, makes way too many war factories. Frank does not have the war factories or the tech to counter it, and he just falls behind and gets crushed.
We've heard different strategies with Heck freezes over. A lot of people said that do not play this map against Chinese players, but Frank is sticking to it.
Yeah, so the Chinese have a every year tradition of King of Heck tournament with a huge prize pool. They know Heck. They are good. But here we go. We got Doofus.
We got Frank bottom left position, and we have Gaoke on the top right position. Frank sticking to USA. Yeah, he was USA the previous game as well on Divide Freezes Over. And Gaoke is sticking to Iraq, which he has been playing throughout the whole series except for on Rizzo, I think. Yeah, there he changed to USA.
Yeah, there it's I mean, again, Soviet Navy RA2, not something you want to experience, let's put it that way. So
yeah, but I would really love to see Frank going the second war factory much earlier though. I mean, by the time he has the second war factory up, he's still in the back. He's trailing by 2 war factories, but by that time Gaoke already has 4 war factories.
Well, yeah, Frank definitely needs to switch it up. He needs to do something because Gaoke is doing, Gaoke just doing the same old strats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's working well. Doofus, I hope you forgive me for saying this. I know it's your stream, but please, let's try to keep the toxicity to a minimum in the chat. This is a chill, fun stream. Let's enjoy these games. Here we go. So, Gaoke starting off with a nice eco build. Classic build on the top right position of Heck. The good old usual stuff is what we're seeing here. What about Frank's build? I'm curious, because bottom left, I feel, has much more complicated possibilities.
Yeah, Frank going for that cliff position right there to build down to these ore patches, so that's a nice
All right, so Frank using the old move up strat on the bottom left position in order to build down to the second level. We're gonna see if that pays off. So, what does Frank need to change up here? Because Gaoke is already on
7 miners.
7 miners, yeah.
Frank is on 6 at the moment, but he is probably building another ore refinery, which will bring his total up to 7 as well.
Yeah, so Gaoke's second
ore
war
factory.
factory.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, guys, please. I know I'm not a mod in the chat, but we are gonna keep the toxicity down to a minimum here. This is a chill, awesome stream. So Frank building down a second war. So we wanted more war factories, and what did we get, Doofus, from Frank?
That second war factory, there it is, boys.
We got a second war factory. Very nice. Here we go. So, Gaoke pushing in here. Third war factory out for Frank. What are we seeing here?
Okay.
Completely change of strategy. You know,
Going
Gaoke is...
head-to-head. Yep.
Yeah, so Frank deciding to defend here, and Gaoke seeing what Frank is doing, decides, okay, I'll push. Fourth war factory for Google. So what are we thinking, Doofus? Will this change up in the strategy work in Frank's advantage? We are going to find out. Soviet player on 4 war factories is a scary thing to face. Frank gets a nice refinery down in the bottom there, but he needs another refinery in the top left there, in the center left, if you know what I mean, on that ore patch there. He does have his MCV in an optimal position to put that juicy refinery, if you know the spot I'm talking about, right on the cliff there. Yeah, right there. Very, very juicy spot. And we're going to see, yeah, so there's Frank's refinery right over there. And we're going to see what is Frank's plan to hold off the all-out Soviet dog rhino combo with 4 war factories. Gonna be really, really, really tough.
I'm sticking to 3 war factories, and he's sending his tanks up.
So 5th war factory out for Gaoke. What does Frank do to counter this? Gaoke's build looking so solid, so scary. 4th war factory for Frank.
Yep.
But do you really want to try to out-Soviet the Soviets? Do you really want to try to produce more tanks than the Soviets? I don't think that's the way to go. Frank needs to tech up. He needs to do something different. He needs to decide. He does have a split on the right side. Yeah. Which is nice. But Gaoke does see it, right? He has rhinos in position to stop it. So I do not know what is the plan here. What is Frank's plan? What is he going to do? Gaoke just, you know, camping in base, chilling, getting his miner count up, getting his war factory count up, getting his army huge at Gary. Frank stretching to the bottom right there. But again, what happens when Gaoke reaches that crazy amount of rhinos where the allied player just gets crushed? That is a question. We are seeing a radar out from Gaoke, which is interesting and nice. We're going to see him stretch to the next ore patch on the left there, which is going to be... it doesn't look like he's building down. It looks like he's building left to that next ore patch. And Gaoke going in with a scary army on the left here. Frank, does he have enough to defend this? We're about to find out.
He's gonna go in without reinforcements.
Interesting tank control there out of Frank and Gaoke. Gaoke does pull back in time to be able to, you know, not lose much. And Frank moves his Rocketeers in. Flat cannons, Desolators. This is looking like a classic Soviet campy build that the allied player never knows how to break. So what is the plan here for Mr. Frank? I do not know, but I feel like Gaoke is just looking like he's in a super strong, super impregnable position here. 3-way splits out of Frank. Is that going to be enough? Is that even going to help? Desolator deploys there, and Gaoke also splits up his rhinos into 3 groups. We are seeing a crazy game here on X is over.
3-way splitting.
Yeah, and Frank comes in with the Rocketeers in the center. You're going to try and get something done here. We're going to see if we can. Flat Cannon comes out. That was ready and waiting for Frank to try and make a move like this. Frank does get the oil refinery. That was a juicy oil refinery, but it won't really bother Gaoke that much. Gaoke is all over the place. He's getting cash. He's on 5 war factories. He's producing desolators. He's producing flat cannons. What do you do as an allied player? What can you possibly do? Frank has expanded to the center, I believe. Did I see that?
Yes, the gems, correct. Yep.
So Frank has expanded to the center, getting those gems, and Gaoke gets a 6th war factory out. That is 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Frank is on 5 and also on 6.
Well, Frank also on 6 war factories, but again, do you really want to out-Soviet the Soviet? I don't think you can. I don't think you want to. If it comes out to an all-bat out, who has more tanks? The Soviet is going to win that. His tanks are better, they are stronger, they have more range, and it looks like Frank's sending most of his abilities to the center. That is a scary amount. Are these players playing the game, or are they playing how many tanks can we possibly make?
As well, on top.
Nice little split on the top left there. We're going to see how Gaoke responds to this. Gaoke not really responding. Getting 1 miner. Getting 2 miners.
2 miners
nice.
for Frank.
Get the 2nd miner here. Gaoke with a scary force in the center here. Does he push Chin here? If he does, I feel like he might take this battle here with Grizzlies versus Rhinos. Roughly even amount. Not good for the allied player.
MCV.
The MCV just melts. Frank goes in. And Gaoke doesn't move. Frank just feeding his Rhinos into the killing machine. Feeding his Grizzlies into the killing machine. And of course, Gaoke comes out on top with 1 billion more Rhinos than Frank has Grizzlies.
Wow.
And it is not looking good for Frank. Again, you try to make more Grizzlies than the Soviet player. You try to go head-to-head with a Soviet player.
GG.
It does not end well. Yeah, Frank calls GG. Was even a split there, which we didn't notice. Gaoke cleaning up the base from 2 directions at once. And Frank just quits. And the score is 6-3. This is a best of 17, which means that the first to 9 wins Gaoke 2/3 of the way there. Double the amount of points that Frank currently has. Wow. Doofus, my man. What are we seeing here? Frank still
Going
trying
head
to...
to head.
Not looking hot for him, is it?
Unfortunately, even going head to head with Gaoke in war factories doesn't mean that you will out-tank him either with the Grizzlies or even win the tank battles. That's unfortunate. And we see Frank going with France again on the path more traveled, boys.
Path more traveled by now. This is an interesting map. And France, we've seen Shen 6 go on this map. We even got him in the chat, Railgun. Awesome dude. And we saw it work. We're going to see if Frank can make it work. Earlier, using France on Country Swing, and he did get a win with that. Let's not forget that there is a $100 prize to the player that gets the most wins with the non-standard factions, meaning not America and not Iraq. So let's see what these 2 players do here on the path more traveled by. Again, a pretty linear, straightforward map. I do feel like France is pretty damn powerful here. We're going to see how Gaoke responds to it, though. He must have a plan. He sees Frank going France. He must know. And in airport, Armageddon rules state no NGE allowed, accidental or otherwise, since no dog NG kill doesn't work in RA2 mode, and also since we want dogs to be able to counter engineers. If you're gonna be NG'd in your base, dogs should be able to help defend you. So Tesla Trooper out for Gaoke to get that AFC. Frank is gonna have to wait for his war factory before he can get that AFC, which is a disadvantage for the allied player on this map. But not a huge one. Double power drop is a very powerful thing. Frank clears away those sandbags, and he gets that airport. So Gaoke builds first refinery off one oil, second refinery off the other one. Frank stretching to the top jam patch and building off the oil for the bottom jam patch. And Gaoke with a Rhino out already. Frank with 2 Grizzlies out. So here we go. We are seeing the AFC is out for Frank, which means he can now build cannons. Question is, can his eco support it with 3 oils and gems right off the bat? I believe they can. I'm expecting Frank to try and take control of the center here. We're going to see if he can do that.
Another thing to note is that Frank already cleared his barrel near the oil derrick, but Gaoke opts to partially wall it.
Yeah, so one thing you see players do here is destroy their own barrel and repair their oil, because if they come under fire and the barrel gets destroyed, that oil goes down so fast. First power drop from Gaoke going to the top left here. We're going to watch that and see exactly where it lands. Probably going to try and get an oil there.
Cannon out by Frank.
Cannon already out.
Clearing
Frank
the
clearing up.
trees. Does Frank see the power drop?
Does he? That is the question. Because if he doesn't, that might snipe that oil, which is something Frank doesn't want. As France, he wants as much money as possible. Frank builds a forward refinery in the center, and the power drop goes in on the oil. Frank notices it, starts repairing. We're going to say respawn sends his rocketiers in to try and help out. Oh, I don't think so. That oil goes down. But Frank taking control of the center. Gaoke can't push in here. Not with the GIs, the France Cannon, and the Grizzlies. There was no way. And Frank getting those yummy, yummy center gems.
Did that flicker. Yep. And he's still stretching. Oh, Gaoke is stacking up.
Oh, okay. So we have the tech. We have we have the naval yard here for the Dreadnought to deal with these annoying cannons. We're going to see how Frank responds. So Kirov and Dreadnoughts, this is the response you want to see out of a Soviet player. And another one in the bottom. Wow. Lovely, 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 beautiful. So he can make a Dreadnought, primary any of them, depending on which goes down. Oh, but the Dreadnought comes out right into the Grizzly. It goes down. The Kirov does take out the forward cannon, which is nice for Gaoke. And it looks like the Kirov is going to go now for that Patriot. Yeah.
He's going to get it. Yep.
Gaoke pushing in here, though. Gaoke pushing in. Going to push Frank's base back. No anti-air there, though, for Gaoke, which is unfortunate. And he does back off. Doesn't want to lose too much to those Rocketeers. But these 2 naval yards still alive, still exist. And I'm expecting a Dreadnought.
There it is.
And this Dreadnought is gonna be trouble for Frank. Going straight for the power plants. As Frank responds, he gets a Grand Cannon out. Gaoke goes straight for the cannon. Frank needs to go into defense. No, he backs off. Now the Dreadnought just destroys the cannon. So Frank's base walk gonna be completely eliminated by the Dreadnought. Targeting the Dreadnought. Does get it down, so he saves the 4 barracks. Rocketeers going for that second naval yard. Beautiful response from the...
I think Frank is out-tanking Gaoke.
Frank goes in. He does out-tank him. He is going to win this engagement. Frank looking strong here. Going in. The IC not ready yet. So Frank goes in. Going to clean up some of these miners. And Gaoke just quits. The score is now
a new follower.
6-4. Here we go.
The 6-4, and France is undefeated until now. Well, not until now. It's not defeated at all. Undefeated. That's interesting. That Gaoke doesn't have a counter to Frank's France on both country swing and the path more traveled. We're gonna go to the next map, boys, and it's gonna be Pacific Heights.
Here we go, Pacific Heights. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Ed here. I mean, Gaoke is no joke. We've seen Gaoke kick Andy's ass. We've seen Gaoke kick Marco's ass. We know that Gaoke is a super, super strong player here. No joke. So, Frank. Pacific Heights. No. This map doesn't work.
This map doesn't work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this map doesn't work. Sorry, I forgot about that. So next map on the list, please.
Next map is gonna be Hammer and Sickle.
Hammer and Sickle. Interesting. So, Hammer and Sickle. What faction does Frank take here is the question. And let's see.
Goes with the US of A.
Let's see. So he switches back to America, which I think is the right choice on this map, even though you could really nicely close out choice points with France here. If the Soviet player decides to tech up, go Navy, France just won't do the job, I think. And no, Frank on Korea?
Korea, he changed it up last second.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for to see Frank's Korea. But can it stand up to Gaoke's Soviet? Read us out the starting positions here. Show us the map. What do you think, Doofus? What's going to happen here?
Hammer and Sickle, top right for Gaoke. And we have Frank bottom left as Korea. He switched up between faction and just picked Korea last second. So this is going to be interesting. I've seen Frank's Korea and it is scary. He beat Woody on, what was it, City on the Siege with his Korea. And it's just a wonderful Korea. So I'm hoping that he will show us the skills also against Gaoke this time.
Indeed. So we're going to see what Frank can do with Korea on this map. Is Frank a man with a plan, or is he just winging it? I do not know. Gaoke has been solid a lot of these games, very methodical, nothing crazy out of Gaoke so far. Just builds up until he overwhelms the allied player.
We're moving after the War Factory.
Yeah. And drone out again. Doofus, I gotta take a 3-minute break. I'm gonna let you have this one. I'll be back.
Thank bro. I'll see you in a bit. So no AFC out yet from Frank. He goes second refinery. He is on 4 miners, while Gaoke is on just on his 4th miner. Comes the Terror Drone. Six miners for Frank. Frank going heavy eco while Gaoke goes for a second war factory. He is on 5 miners. And Frank is on 7 miners, double war factory as well. No AFC out yet from Frank. The Terror Drone being Gaoke removing his MCV again after the 3rd war factory has been placed. And there's the first Black Eagle from Frank. And the accuracy has been boosted. What is he gonna go for? Go for the flag. 1 hit. Black Eagle does go down. Still have 1 in base. Black Eagle wasn't worth. Took out 2 flag cannons. Or flag tracks, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this miner. Looks like it. So Frank trades in 2 Grizzlies and a Black Eagle to get 1 miner of Gaoke. Gaoke is on 4 war factories at the time. Frank is on 3. And Gaoke destroying that bridge. Frank is moving his MCV. Black Eagle's got 2 rhinos for free. That is how pesky those Black Eagles can be with those with the accuracy boost as well. Come again, maybe 2 other free rhinos. Not yet. Frank goes in. Looks pretty even, but Frank is targeting the flag tracks. Gaoke did come out on top, but there are no flag tracks left, so those Black Eagles can come in and take out those miners, of those rhinos for free. Going for the MCV and will get it. Where are those Black Eagles? Gets the ore refinery as well. Elite Grizzly for Frank. 2 Elite Grizzlies for Frank. We have here, we have Gaoke on 5 war factories, so he can rebuild his army pretty quickly. And losing his MCV, he is on 3 war factories, 4 eagles. He is unable to expand his base at the time.
So what did I miss? Doofus, Frank down at MCV. Very interesting. Frank with 2 Elite Grizzlies, which is nice. But can he make this push here? Does he really want to make this push here? Bringing in his miners to get those gems. Frank with interesting moves here. Eagles come in.
Zin.
Oh, looks like Frank is going to win this engagement. With those Elite Grizzlies doing some serious work. Very, very nice. Frank wins that.
Losing even 1 Elite Grizzly.
As long as Elite Grizzly, yeah, gets that MCV. And gonna go around, snipe some miners. And Gaoke just quits!
Quits?
I didn't think he lost that. I mean, he lost his expansion, but Frank lost his expansion as well. I don't know why he quit. That brings the score to a solid 6-5. And yeah, I'm gonna agree with Ed here. Chat, Andy, my man, Railgun. Let's just talk about the match, these awesome games we're watching. No need to get into any negativity here. We've got an awesome match to watch. Let's do this. So the score is 6-5, and Frank is catching up here. This is pretty interesting. Doofus, what is the next map? Hit us.
Inch Point will be the next match.
Inch Point.
Or the next map, I mean. And we see Frank sticking to Korea. And it did help him out a lot last game.
Yeah, so don't forget to share your screen here. Let's see.
Yeah. Nope.
Let's see pinch points. Show us the map. Tell us where we are. What is going on here?
So we have Frank as Korea on the right side, and we have Gaoke on the left as Iraq. And he's sticking to Iraq. He only played once as America on Riza. You have an oil for each player at the front. Let's see, how are they gonna play this? Are they gonna move their MCV early on, Snark? What do you think?
Well, I mean, you want to get those gems at some point, so you definitely got to expand at some point. We're about to see how this goes, what the plan is. Gaoke starting off with his ore again. Doofus, I don't know what is going on with Gaoke with his refinery placements at the start. On Divide freezes over, one of the most famous maps ever. He doesn't make his refinery on the gems. Don't know what to say about that at all. Frank moving after AFC to the gems. Gaoke moving also as well now. Did Frank make a war factory?
Nope. But AFC I moved.
Oh, so we're going with the Korea build here.
Yep, that's the first Black Eagle.
Interesting. Here comes the first Black Eagle to chase down that flak. But a second flak track is out already. And that flak track making that Eagle work for it. Going all the way to the other side of the map. Now he's going to try and catch that Eagle as it comes back out of the Frank's second Eagle. Walking right into the flak tracks. And flak tracks keep coming out. Flak tracks chasing down these Eagles. Can Frank save them? I do not know. One goes down. The second one is saved. So Frank lost an Eagle there right off the bat. Not something he wanted to happen. And these flak tracks are just coming in. 4 of them. Not something that is easy to fight. 5 of them.
No,
and sorry,
now
4 of them.
Gaoke is pumping out the rhinos.
Yeah, now the rhinos are coming in. Frank completely zoned out here. What does he do? Another Eagle goes down. He has 1 Grizzly. These rhinos are targeting his war factory. Pillbox comes up, but Gaoke micros around it. Let's see. Ooh. Not looking hot for Frank at all at the moment. Frank did go with an interesting strat, going AFC first and then immediately moving his MCV. And Gaoke responded, splendidly. And now Gaoke heading for Frank's MCV. Can he save this MCV? Pillbox does go up. Nice pillbox on the cliff there. Now going for the miners here. But Gaoke backs off before he gets that miner. That miner is on 0 health. And Frank, suddenly with enough Grizzlies to maybe hold off Gaoke here. We're going to find out in a second. And Gaoke moving his MCV again to expand to the next ore patch on the next level. And Gaoke pushing in here. Frank's air rush did not work. That oil is being targeted. It's about to go down. But he backs off. He doesn't want to get out of position. He doesn't want to get trapped with Frank's Grizzlies and fodder. Frank moves his MCV now to the next ore patch just down the hill here. Gonna deploy it here. And going around the hill, so does Gaoke. Oh, Gaoke goes back. Snipes a Grizzly there. And Frank needs to back off here. He cannot take this engagement. No way. Gaoke looking scary on this map. Going back towards Frank's MCV. How does Frank respond here? Micro gets miners away, which is nice. Gonna sell that refinery, which is exactly what he should do. That gem patch is dead anyway. And Gaoke is splitting him up. Frank decides to deal with the top split. So he does save his oil. He is gonna chase Gaoke down, but Gaoke's gonna get his MCV and return. So what can Frank do here? He needs to get some serious damage done. But can he? And that refinery, very, very important refinery for Frank, is also about to go down. He loses it. Frank trying to get something done here. Gaoke looking in a super duper strong position at the moment.
Nope, goes for Frank.
Yeah, Frank doesn't have any Eagles. Don't know if he can afford any Eagles. He tried to make a few off the bat. Lost 2 Eagles early on, and that was devastating for him. So,
And going in.
Yeah, huge engagement.
He's gonna win it.
It's all down to the micro. Gaoke sending his rhinos where they're not targeting the Grizzlies.
And the
And it
Rockies
looks
get the war factory.
like Frank wins that engagement. And whoa!
Wow.
That flipped in a second. The Rockets just went to the war factory, took it out, and somehow Gaoke had terrible TC in the center, and Frank won that tank engagement. and the score has evened out to 6-6. What on earth are we seeing here? What on earth? I was sure Gaoke had that easy, and yet he didn't. So the score is 6. What is the next map, Doofus? We are here entering game 13. This series is close.
Next map will be Tiburon.
Tiburon. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but yeah.
I think it's Spanish for shark, so it's Tiburon.
Tiburon. Interesting. So another great map by the one and only Jalatanagra, great map maker. What does Frank do here? Now, people have been claiming this is an allied map, but with Gaoke's strat, I mean, we're gonna see. I guess we're gonna see. Does Frank stick to Korea here? What's the plan? What's the plan?
I also believe Frank's Korea is unbeaten in this series.
Got him!
Got him! Thanks for the hook, bro. Veto. Frank vetoes it.
Frank vetoes Tiburon. Interesting veto. I believe this is the first veto of the series. Very interesting.
Here we go.
Yeah, Marco, you think pinch points is an allied map? I don't know. Maybe. What do I know? So far, we have had really, really nice and exciting games here. And the next map is Doofus Lake Island.
Lake Island.
Now, this
made
is
by
Frank.
the one and only Snark.
Thank you, man. Frank did help me on the design on this. This is the newest version of Lake Island, where the land mass has been expanded a little bit so that there's room to build at the spawn points. And yeah, this is Frank's favorite map. We're gonna see if he can win on his favorite map, or can Gaoke make Frank favorite map? I'm joking.
You there?
Yeah, hear me?
I hear a lot of static.
You're hearing static from me?
Okay, now I hear you back. Okay, now it's all good.
All right, I apologize.
No worries. I think it might be my headphone. So we have Gaoke on the top, and we have Frank on the bottom spawn. Frank switches it up back to US of A. Yeah, I got static. I don't know why.
Yeah, Blast. I'm also getting one second. This might be from me. Let me try and fix it here, man. Give me a second.
Twitch chat, do you guys hear static? It's weird. I think it's on my end, Snark. Snark, are you there?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Now, when I alt tab, the static goes away, so it's on my side, yeah.
Is it the waterfalls you're hearing?
Oh, it's the waterfalls. Oh, oh shit! I thought it was
Oh my
static.
god! And I'm here trying to deal with it.
Oh wow, yeah. When I alt tapped, it suddenly went away. So it's the waterfalls. Oh shit! Didn't know that. I didn't notice that before. All right,
funny,
boys,
probably-
we're back.
Yeah. So
Frank
what do we got? We
moving.
got Gaoke moving early on to the gems, and now Frank moving a little later also to the gems.
After the AFC.
This has been a build that we've seen many players do. Let's see what the plan is on Lake Island. Are we gonna see Naval? Are we gonna see Frank teching up for once, which we haven't seen so far yet?
Gets one grizzly droned.
Yeah, that early drone of Gaoke, such precision, almost always gets some value with it. So, again, it looks like we're going to get a good old Frank versus Gaoke where, they face off until Gaoke reaches his mass production and then he just charges. Gaoke going for early second war factory. What do you think of that, Doofus?
Oh, a third war factory already from Gaoke. Well, he does have the gems event. Well, he already took the gems, so he does have an eco boost.
Yeah, but this means that Gaoke's got to get something done fast, right? He's planning to be aggressive early on.
Yeah.
And so far we're seeing that he is grabbing map control away from Frank here slowly, inch by inch. We're gonna see what happens here. Let's see. Gaoke again. Frank massing, spamming dogs and grizzlies, trying to get his fodder count up, trying to get his grizzly count up. And what's Gaoke's next move? Because Gaoke's gonna go broke if he keeps this up. Does he move to another gem patch? What does he do? Did he sell? No, he moved to the other gem
patch to the right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So he moved to the other gem patch. He's going to try to stretch his eco out long enough for him to get a refinery on that gem patch and get his money back on. What is Frank doing? Terrible tank control. Gaoke easily wins this engagement.
Yeah.
And he comes out on top. Frank all of a sudden has nothing. Gaoke has a crap ton of miners.
GG.
And Frank calls GG, yeah, as well he should. That was a terrible engagement for Frank. And Frank on his favorite map, losing. Unfortunate. And the score now is 7-6 for Gaoke. So Gaoke taking the lead again.
Syndrome.
Wow.
Thanks for the 100 bits, bro.
What is next in line? What is the next map?
The next map will be Montana.
Montana. Now this is a hectic map. This is a crazy map. Let's see. Ricky, how you doing, man? Yes, this is a tournament game. I don't know if Frank is underestimating Gaoke. I think he just took a bad engagement there, path. That's what I think. What do we got? We got Gaoke as Soviet. We got Frank at the bottom left as Allied. And this is Montana, DMZ.
He picked Korea.
So this is an interesting map to go Korea on. I mean, you do have a nice cash boost as Allied at the start with a lot of gems. So you can have miners on gems for quite a while, which means you can't afford to get those eagles out. And we know that those eagles are deadly. So let's see what happens.
Frank is opting not to go double para. He prefers to go one para, one black eagle or black eagles. So that's interesting. And Gaoke on this map does go for the gems first. Well, he should.
Yeah. So again, we're going to see how quickly Frank makes his AFC. We see Gaoke sending conscripts across to Frank's huts. Does he get them in? Frank did take one of them. But Gaoke going exactly for the other two. Wow. I mean, that's high level play, right? When you see, oh, he only took that hut, he didn't take the other two, I guess I'll go take the other two. That's high level. I love seeing that on the highest level out of these players. War factory you build off the airport usually so that you can make the refinery close to those tasty gems. There we go. So Gaoke now on 3 miners. He did go miner out of the war factory. Did Frank do the same? Yes,
Frank
he did.
The same. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm expecting AFC next for Frank. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm expecting. A second miner out from the war factory for Frank. So he is now on 4 miners. And here come the first para drops.
Grizzly
Frank
out
going
for Frank.
Grizzlies next, yeah.
AFC
First
out.
power drop, a defensive one at that. And Gaoke's first power drop looks like it's going to be an offensive one. We're going to see where it goes. Frank destroying that Burger King. Doesn't want... Oh, and those guys, getting some nice chip damage there. We are going to watch that power drop in the bottom left corner of Gaoke. We're going to see if that could sneak in and snipe something. He didn't destroy the Burger Kings completely, so if they go in there, that is really annoying for Frank. Very unfortunate. We are seeing eagles out here being deployed. We're going to see what Frank gets done with that. So, okay, here come conscripts. Not gonna get much done with the pillbox and the Grizzlies and the Rocketeers there. Rocketeer gonna try and clear out that garrisoned building there. Does clear it out. Frank on 5 miners already, which is very nice. 3 eagles. We're gonna see if he can put these eagles to good use.
3 war factories out for Gaoke.
Yeah, but Gaoke with 3 war factories. We're gonna see if Frank can catch up this time. Those conscripts trying to go in there on the left. Not sure they can get much done. And the flat cannon comes up. Frank loses eagle. That is unfortunate for Frank. And let's see, Gaoke looking good here, looking strong. I love what I'm seeing out of Gaoke here. And knows how to respond to the eagles, knows how to work. And Frank getting a 4th eagle out, but those conscripts coming in, and these eagles will melt to the conscripts really fast. He does. They do take flight. Does Frank save this AFC?
It's gonna be close.
Oh, he spreads out the conscripts and targets AFC again. No, Frank saves it at the last second. Very nice, but Gaoke coming in with a scary force here. Can Frank defend this is the question. Clearing out the hut first. I like it. He has prioritization. He knows what he's doing. 3 eagles on 1 rhino. You only need 2 to kill it. And he does take out a flak track as well. What? Oh, there we go. That eagle didn't fire.
No flak
So
tracks.
no anti-air. Which should allow the Rocketeers to come in and do some damage. They were hanging back though. They did not go in immediately. And let's see. So Frank also on 3 war factories, but does he have the eco to support it? Do any of these players actually have the eco to support what they're trying to produce? Let's see. Gaoke on 5 miners as well.
He's
on
minus.
6.
Yeah.
He's on 6. Yeah. And Frank on 5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Frank is on 4, 5, 6, 7.
Never mind. Frank is on 7 miners. And he's moving his MCV to the top right. I like it. Frank being very aggressive here. Moving his Grizzlies to the bottom right and splitting 2 Grizzlies up top to try and get something done here. Those Eagles have been inactive for a while. But... Oh, where are they? Okay, they're wandering around the map. I do sort of want to see Frank go 6 Eagles here and snipe war factories and MCVs, but we'll see. Those 2 Grizzlies there. So he wanted to attack the miner with the Eagles and then finish it off with the Grizzlies, but that flak cannon comes up. Sorry, my tongue is getting twisted today. And to stop him, Eagles come in, take out 2 rhinos nonchalantly, very nice. And it looks like Gaoke's gonna push here. GIs have been buffed to be able to handle conscripts a little bit better here. And we are seeing that in this engagement. I don't know if Gaoke can push this. I guess he can. I don't know. It would be close. If Gaoke tries to push it now, it would be very, very close. And 2 more rhinos go down. Now, every rhino counts here in these fights, so very problematic for Gaoke. We're going to see if he can hold on here. Frank's Korea looking scary. Very scary. Let's see. Frank pushing in here. Frank going all in here. We're going to see if he can take this engagement. It's looking...
Yep.
It's looking good for him, isn't it?
It does.
Doesn't it? Sentry gun does come up, and the Eagles come in to snipe 2 more rhinos, and Frank looks like he's winning this engagement big time. What can Gaoke do? Frank cleans up, comes out on top big time, and Gaoke just quits. Which, the score has
Tied up
evened
again, boys.
out. Wow, so it's 7-7. These guys want to keep us on edge. But this series is all tied up again. Remember, the first 2-9 will win. It is a best of 17. And these guys are just taking us all the way to game 18 here. 17. Very, very nice.
Caverns. Siberia.
Yeah, Legend. I want to see that Korea OP when Woody smashed Frank. What was it, 9-2 or something, 7-2? Versus his Korea. Yo, Mewtwo, how you doing, bro? How's it going, man?
So Frank is sticking to Korea. His Korea has been undefeated until.
Well,
Why
no,
do I
that's-
keep saying until? He has been undefeated as Korea and as friends against.
Oh yeah,
Gaoke.
he didn't lose any games. I thought there was one game he lost as Korea.
No, I don't think so. The one he should have lost on. What was it called?
Circle,
Pinch
I don't
Point.
know.
Pinch Point.
Pinch
He
point.
won it.
Yeah,
That one, Gaoke
Yeah.
should have taken that one, I believe.
I guess so.
And-
Do not forget to share your screen, my
Oh,
man.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
All good, bro. All good. So
Nope.
here we go. We've got game number 15. Game number 15 on the way. Caverns of Siberia. So Frank spawns at the top left position. Gaoke on the bottom right. Gaoke's position considered the worst off, although this is the new Siberia with the gem spots switched up a little bit to make it a little bit more balanced.
Yeah, I've heard from many players that top left spot is the winning spot.
Oh, let's find out here on Caverns of Siberia. Frank versus Gaoke, game number 15 again. I cannot believe these guys have taken us up all the way to game 15 and perhaps even more. Let's see. So Gaoke with his trademark drone out at the start. Gonna annoy Frank with a bit of anti-scouting, kill his dogs, and maybe even get a grizzly like he's been doing a lot of these past games.
Sure.
They'll keep moving right after second refinery to the expansion point. Frank making his refinery down over there. Usually I make my AFC down there and the refinery even lower down. Frank makes his AFC at the top there. Good to see Frank's build order here. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. And this drone just wandering around, always threatening. Okay, he gets a pillbox up. I guess he's making eagles and he doesn't want the drone to get in it. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. The eagle comes out. Frank targets the drone. And Gaoke's going to make him chase it all the way across the map. Drone goes down. And Gaoke on 7 miners.
7 miners, yep.
Okay, so when I see Gaoke doing this, I'm expecting him to camp, get those flat cannons up, and then when he has a huge amount of rhinos, just go in. And then what are Frank's eagles going to help him then? Snipe 2 rhinos? I don't think that's going to make a difference. So let's see. Frank taking map control here, coming in aggressively. Let's see if he can get something done.
The eagle's coming again.
Eagles coming in. He's gonna
No
walk.
anti-air yet. Oh, there's the flag cannon.
Flat cannon comes up. He didn't want to make it yet because he was gonna be low power. He does make the power plants. He does manage to snipe a rhino, which is unfortunate for Gaoke. He doesn't want to let Frank get into a position where he can push here. Not this early in the game. So Gaoke needs to be very careful. Frank being very aggressive here, going 7 miners right off the start. I mean, Gaoke right now is on 8 miners. Second War Factory only coming up now. But the longer this game goes on, the better it will be for Gaoke. Frank already on 3 War Factories.
3 War Factories. That's our first in this series as well.
Yeah, so he's splitting him up, but Gaoke defends the bottom very nicely. And it looks like he's going to be able to defend top as well. Doesn't look like Frank is going to be able to get much done here. And Gaoke already on 3 War Factories.
Yep.
Yeah, so Frank's advantage is disappearing into the horizon slowly here as Gaoke's camp is working well. Again, no flag tracks, just heavy eco and War Factories. We're going to see that paying off here for Gaoke. 4th War Factory comes out and a flag cannon in a forward position. Frank does manage to snipe 2 more rhinos, I believe?
No,
one more rhino, right? One more rhino. And let's see. Let us see. Okay, spreading to the next ore patch. Gaoke is. And Yoda become I have.
Yeah, Gaoke's
These-
gonna camp. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, why shouldn't he? As the Soviet advantage, you want to play the Eagle game? I'll play the camp game. Get the flag cannons up, get the war factories up, get the eco up, and then I'm gonna come in with such a huge army that there is no way you'll have anything to do in response. That's what Gaoke is saying here. He's making a statement, and Frank has to answer. Frank has to answer. He has to do something here, but what can he do? That is the question. Again, Frank doesn't want to go in. If he goes in too deep and Gaoke macros, okay, we are getting a little split here out of Frank. We're going to see if he can get something done here. Eagle's going in on the right side as well, as Gaoke moves his MCV. So Gaoke only on 4 war factories. Frank's base is probably huge by now. We haven't visited that for a while. So he's still on 3 war factories, but he has expanded to the right, getting the 4th on the right-hand side as expected here. But what can Frank do? Let's see.
Well, the rhinos do come out and play. Will Frank bring in those black eagles?
Yeah, so the rhinos are out of their nest, out of the safety. Gaoke with a serious split on the right-hand side as he goes in on the left, sniping that war factory on the left and going in heavy on the left-hand side here. Can he win this battle? It looks like he does. Gaoke comes out on top, on the left. On the right, he's about to get that MCV. So looking all of a sudden very good for Gaoke. And Frank calls GG, and that's exactly what you do versus Korea. Fine, make eagles, spend your money, I'll make cannons, and I'll get such a big army that you will have no answer to it. So the score goes up to 8-7 for Gaoke, and it is match point for Gaoke. This means that if Gaoke wins one more game, he moves on, and Frank is out of the tournament. Can Frank bring it back, or is he dead? Let's find out. So the next map is Doofus.
Mayday.
Mayday. Okay. Mayday.
Ooh, interesting.
What do these guys do here? Frank readies up as Korea. Let's see. Okay. And let us know the player starting positions.
Here we go. We have Frank sticking to Korea, spawns at the top position, and Gaoke sticking to Iraq, spawning at the bottom position. And right off the bat, I see that this map has been modded. Those oil derricks have been placed more apart from each other, I think.
Correct. They cannot explode each other. You have to kill one oil at a time. It's not kill one, kill all.
True, true. That's better, that's better.
Oh, left side, left side. What is Gaoke doing? Tell me.
Oh, conscripts.
Sneaky little conscript right now. We saw Ed doing something similar yesterday, only he tried to repair the bridge and go across. Looks like he's going to go with a straight up conscript rush to the top left here and try and snipe.
Maybe he's going to take that building as well?
Oh, if he takes that building, that would be not
the
good
GI
for Frank.
coming in, yep.
Yeah, the GI already coming in. But Gaoke going around that sentry gun and around that hut. If he gets this refinery, that would not be nice for Frank. Frank already with the AFC up. Let's even have a war factory. Bringing in Rocketeers, putting up pillboxes. And does that refinery go down? It is going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, and he gets it! So Frank loses his first and only refinery to a conscript rush, as more conscripts are being paradropped down into his oils. The first eagle comes out, the flat cannon is already there to counter it. And does he get another oil with these conscripts? Let's see. And on the top left, oh, I didn't even notice that elite conscript and another conscript is already still doing damage to that oil. Frank might lose 2 oils right off the bat, right off the start, including his refinery. Frank really needs to get another refinery up. Gaoke is going to be way ahead if Frank is not careful here. The Eagles come in, the Rocketeers coming in, so he is doing work with a bit of air rush, so he's concentrating on a lot of things at once, which is why he's not noticing how badly these conscripts are wrecking him as another flat cannon comes up. He is not low power. He did place another power plant right away. Let's see, Frank coming in with Grizzlies on the right-hand side. This conscript still attacking his oil. And Frank goes right into that flat cannon. Loses the Eagle. Not sure what that was about. And Frank now gets his refinery up in the center there, and that elite conscript in the top left still doing so much damage. Really, really annoying, really frustrating. If Frank doesn't repair that oil, he's going to lose another oil to one conscript. Puts a pillbox there to deal with it, and another power drop in the back of his base. Yeah, and an FK miner. Doofus, you bring up a good point. Frank forgot about that first miner that he made out of the ore refinery. So what can Frank do here with the Eagles? Gonna snipe two Rhinos, which is huge at this point of the game. But Gaoke with another war factory. How many war factories does... Yeah, Gaoke on 3 war factories already, which is very nice right off the bat on Mayday. You can do this. So this is why Mayday is a unique map. You start out with so much money, such a strong buffed eco. What can you do? Frank going for second AFC and more Eagles. Is he going to snipe an MCV? Is he going to snipe an oil? Is he going to snipe a war factory? We're about to see. Here come the 5 Eagles. Another cannon comes up. He does get the oil and the war factory, but he loses for 3 Eagles for it. 3 Eagles. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. 2 Eagles. Was that worth it? I do not know. Does it slow Gaoke down enough for him to do anything? He comes in with the Grizzlies on the right side, and Gaoke goes for the drones. He's going to go for a bit of a trade. He even moves his MCV out of the way. Yeah, so Gaoke even moves his MCV out of the way, comes across the bridge with a huge army of Rhinos as he goes right into the center of Frank's base. 1 AFC goes down, the second AFC goes down. What else can he get here? Conscripts are being used as fodder here. Very nice. The Grizzlies come in, but they're all spread out. Where is Frank's tank control? The Grizzlies now going, and Frank calls GG! Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over. Gaoke wins the series 9-7. That was insane. What a series. And Legend now saying Soul's OP. So that is GG's. Doofus, what a crazy series we just witnessed.